Hello, my name is Chandan Singh Sabarwal and welcome to my channel Cosmic Effect. In the ongoing series of video where we are discussing each of the Navgrahas in detail, today I am going to be discussing about Chandra or Moon Graha in Vedic Astrology. Just as Sun is the soul of the Kal Purush, Moon is the mind of the Kal Purush. So Moon represents our mental faculty, our thoughts, our imaginations, our emotions, our feelings, our inner state of uh, mental happiness or depression. It also is an indicator of our mental volatility, how we react to situations, how we react to people, how quickly do we get stressed or anxious, or how composed or calm we can be in the most stressful of situations. All of this is governed by the moon and can be glanced or known about from the placement of moon in a particular chart. The moon is given the status of queen in the council of planets, with sun being the king. The moon represents females in general. Moon is Jal Tattva or water element. It controls the Kapha dosh as per Ayurveda in human body. In human body, moon represents blood, and moon is associated with the Swadhisthana or the second chakra in the human body. So the moon governs the urinary system, the moon governs the reproductive system in females, the moon governs the ovaries, the moon governs all the hormonal fluids that are secreted by the endocrine glands in the body. Moon governs blood pressure diseases. Moon governs insomnia, psychosomatic diseases, and mental illness, and all such other mental disorders are also governed by moon. Moon is natural karaka for condition of sleep in the night. So if you can have a deep and peaceful sleep, then you can be sure that you have a benefic moon placed or associated with the 12th house in your chart. If you are having problems sleeping at night, then you can be sure that moon is not well so placed and is associating with the 12th house in a malefic way. Direction associated with moon is north. Moon gets exalted or most powerful in Taurus Rashi. Moon gets debilitated or Nicha in Scorpio Rashi, in Anuradha Nakshatra, which is lorded by Saturn. So moon is fluidity, moon is liquidity, moon is volatility. Moon likes to always adapt to situations, and as situations happen, we often prepare ourselves mentally on how we want to go dealing about it. So we can also understand that the moon basically tells us that how we want to face a certain situation. Saturn, why does moon get debilitated in Anuradha Nakshatra, which is lorded by Saturn? Because Saturn is tamogun, laziness, lack of movement, lack of energy, dullness, and moon does not like these qualities. Moon always, the mind is always active. Even when you are dreaming, the mind is active. Even when you are in deep sleep, the mind is active. Even when you are sitting idle, you are obviously thinking about something. Even to get into the deepest of meditations, to reach Nirvikalp Samadhi, to reach higher states of consciousness, you have to have a very, very powerful mind. So the mind is something that allows you to get anywhere you want. You can achieve anything with your mental strength. But Saturn is the complete opposite. It is all about lack of energy, lack of vigor, dullness, laziness. So moon does not like this, and that is why it gets most weakened in the nakshatra of Saturn. Moon is a Vaishya by Varna, which means that all the trader community, merchants, people who are involved in import-export across the seas, moon represents seas or oceans or water bodies. The abode of moon is a water reservoir or a place of water, and moon represents Vaishya Varna, so people associated with all kinds of trade, barter, exchange of goods, services, and buying and selling, and basically anything to do with the trading aspect. So, making a profit out of selling something. So, these are the professions associated with moon. The entire healthcare industry, especially nurses and the entire hospital industry is associated with moon. Moon represents mother in the relationship of the family and the maternal side. Moon represents the fourth house. Moon represents peace of mind. Moon represents females overall, but moon sits in a particular Rashi. So, based on the gunas of the Rashi Lord, the particular interaction with those females will be possible. So, if moon is sitting in a Mercurian Rashi, you will encounter Mercurian type females. If moon is sitting in a Jupiterian Rashi, you will encounter Jupiterian type females. If moon is sitting in a Saturn Rashi, you will encounter sick and ugly and demented women. So, moon basically is changing its nature according to where it is sitting and how it interacts, because the mind gets easily influenced. If the moon is sitting with Rahu, then you can understand the mind will be very volatile, very ambitious, and moon will imbibe or absorb some of the karaka or properties or characteristics of Rahu. If moon is sitting with Ketu, then Ketu naturally causes a grahan or eclipses the moon. So then we can understand that the person will have problems. If Ketu is malefic, then person will have a lot of problems. If Ketu is benefic, then it does not cause so much of the Grahan Yoga, and moon will in fact take on some of the spiritual aspects or spiritual properties of Ketu and become a highest spiritualist of the highest order. The highest tapasvis have a very powerful moon Ketu yoga in their chart. So, moon, one good property about the moon is that it does not have a fixed date. So, as we know that the moon transgresses or transforms into a full moon, and from there it comes into a diminished amavasya or a moon that is basically zero. This also influences how the moon performs in the chart. So sometimes when the moon is malefic and he is of a decreasing motion, that is if he is in Krishna Paksha, so that time his maleficence is reduced, because the moon is naturally losing potency and power. When the moon is malefic and he is in Shukla Paksha, or if he is towards Purnima Tithi or full moon, then he gains a lot of strength and power. So he is inclined to do more harm because he has full power. So based on the avastha or the lordship of the moon or how he is interacting in the horoscope, whether it is Shukla Paksh birth or Krishna Paksh birth also makes a lot of difference. Moon sitting with certain planets imbibes their qualities. So these are basically the characteristics of moon. Now we will see that what we can do to strengthen a benefic moon. So if you have a benefic moon in your chart, if you are going to north direction on Mondays, if you are getting good news on the 2nd, on the 11th, on the 20th, or on the 29th of a particular month, then you can be sure that your moon is acting favorably for you. If your mother is benefic towards you, you are getting a lot of help towards her. If you are having attachment towards her, if you are having attachment towards your sisters, if you are getting help or if you are getting favors from mother like women, if you are fondly attached towards your home, so then you can understand that moon is acting favorably in your chart. In that case, you can go ahead and wear a South Sea pearl, which will further strengthen the qualities of moon. And since moon is transiting the entire zodiac in a period of 28.5 days, so you can be sure that in a period of less than a month, it will aspect and pass to or join every other graha in the chart, and you will be able to basically get all the inclinations or all the indications that your chart is offering. And if you are also running a dasha that is other than the moon, then also wearing a pearl helps, because it is often going to interact with the Mahadasha Lord several times a month. If your moon is malefically placed, so if you are going to the north direction or you are getting bad news or troubles from north direction, if Mondays are not going favorable, if you are born on a Monday, which is the Varesh will be your moon. If you are born in the nakshatra of moon, so if you are getting problems from your mother or your mother expired or you are not at body relationships with your mother or you are getting problem from females on Mondays, then you can be assured that moon is not so favorable in your chart and needs remedies. In such scenarios, you have to donate milk as per your weight. So if you are weighing 50 kilograms, roughly equivalent will be 50 liters of milk, which you must donate on Monday. You can start on any Monday, and you must take a vow if you are going to divide your weight into an equal number of Mondays and donate accordingly. Do not break in between. You can also donate the entire amount at once. You must actually donate the number of Navamsas moon has elapsed in your chart. How to count Navamsas, I will be doing a separate video on that. But in case if you know, then you count how many Navamsas moon has elapsed and that many rounds of your weight you are supposed to donate, which will lead to permanent lifelong remedy and solution of moon related problems. And whichever house moon is lording, whichever house he is placed in, whichever house he is aspecting, whichever lords he is conjoined with or aspecting. If you want, you can wear two-mukhi Rudraksh. For high quality Nepali two-mukhi Rudraksh, you can check out our store link in the description box. I also prepare custom kavachas or amulets and talismans for moon related problems for clients. So if you want to get such a talisman made which is very powerful, I use various Vedic and Tantric materials and I follow some procedures in which highly concentrated potent talisman is made, which is very cheap also and it is very potent also. So that can be worn in the neck, which gives a good amount of protection from moon related problems. And I hope that you found this video to be useful. Please do subscribe to the channel for more info, for more content, and I wish you all a very good luck. Thank you.